Ever since we started seeing some crashes in the crypto space, speculations as to when the market will reach the genuine bottom have become prevalent. Opinions are divided, with people believing that it is just around the corner, and others thinking that it will not happen anytime soon. While the opinions keep on coming, one thing is certain: the best is yet to come. However, one question remains unanswered: when will Bitcoin truly bottom? Thank you for watching Diversified Streams, your go-to YouTube channel for all things crypto and finance. Be sure to check out our community post about these subjects. We are curious to know your opinions on these matters. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest news and tips related to crypto. And make sure to keep your notifications on so you'll be updated with our latest videos. We frequently post so you wouldn't want to miss them. In today's video, we will be talking about Chamath Palihapitiya and how he thinks that the bottom for Bitcoin has arrived. This is nothing new from what we have been seeing recently, as there are others who share the same sentiments with Chamath. But he has some things worth discussing in today's content that we want to share with you. If you have no idea who Chamath Palihapitiya is, he is the CEO of Social Capital, one of the world's leading venture capital firms. His work has made him one of the most notable billionaires of this generation, and he has some interesting input about crypto and how he thinks Bitcoin has finally bottomed. His words will be better understood if you hear them from himself. So let's check this short clip of him talking about the Bitcoin bottom.
Prediction now is that I think the markets are bottoming and consolidating to start nibbling and start getting ready to really rip the money in. And I think there's enough signals every day that kind of like tell me at least that on the margin it's time, because I think the markets do a reasonably good job of digesting news and then pricing the forward reality, right? Like today's price is really everything we already know. And so the real guess is what's about to happen in the future. And from my perspective, the markets are now starting to stabilize. All the irrational behavior is starting to exit the system. The party is in the last few hours. Volume's going down, the alcohol is being taken away, people are hanging around with a little bit, lights are coming on, they're like, oh, I've been here a little too long. And I think that that's a very healthy process for an economy. And I think that that's what's happening right now. So I'm constructive, I'm a little bullish, I'll go out on a limb. I think, we could be 3 to 5% from the lows, but we're more near the lows than the highs. The investments that one makes in this period will probably be the best for many, many years to come, because they'll have the most asymmetric upside. And that was true in 2008 and 9 and 10. It was true in, 2002, 3 and 4. You're talking incredible companies just in those two periods. Think about this: Atlassian, Tesla,
Uber, Google,
Airbnb, Uber, Instagram, WhatsApp. Incredible businesses that have created tremendous value.
Do you guys think that we are already seeing Bitcoin bottom today? Or are we making yet another early assumption that it already has? Let us know what you think by sharing your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, do check if you have liked this video and you're subscribed to our channel. If you're not, now is the time to do it so you will be a part of our growing community. In other news, you probably have heard of the backlash the SEC has been facing recently, and Gary Gensler has finally stepped out and gave his statement regarding the recent controversy surrounding the SEC. So if you're not yet aware of what has happened, Kim Kardashian was recently obliged to pay the SEC $1.26 million after failing to disclose the payment she received after making a promotional post on her Instagram profile, marketing the Ethereum Max tokens, together with a direct link to the project's website. The decision made by the SEC was not surprising at all, as what the celebrity had failed to do is clear violation of the anti-touting provision of the federal securities law. It is worth bringing into this conversation that this is not an isolated case, so for the SEC to do the opposite might bring them into an even more grueling position than the one they are in right now. Kim Kardashian never admitted nor denied having done what she was flagged for, but she also did not make any loud protest regarding the fine the SEC was asking her to pay. Additionally, she also agreed to not take any promotional projects relative to any crypto asset until 2025. Now you might ask, SEC did a good job with fining Kim and calling her out for her violation. So what is there to be mad about? Well, the celebrity's net worth currently stands at $1.8 billion, so for the SEC to be fining her a measly $1.2 million might be good, but it can also be seen through a lens that makes it seem like bigger personalities can easily get away with anything they do in the crypto space, given the relatively low amount of repercussions that they are subjected to. The CFTC in particular is not specially amazed with the recent steps taken by the SEC. And it is completely understandable given the fact that they have not shown any notable excellence in what they do. It is still a topic of debate whether or not the SEC will be good for the community, and if we really want to thrive more in the future, we need to have these types of doubts. But hey, Gary Gensler has something to say, and it may just be what we need.
We had Chairman Rostin Benham from the CFTC on with us last week, and he made the point that
the
CFTC should be regulating all of these things. When you start to build up, I guess, some case law, some examples of people who have agreed to settle with you like this, does that make the case more firm that the SEC would then be the place where these are all regulated?
Look, our agency is an agency that oversees this basic bargain. When a group of entrepreneurs is raising money from the public and the public's anticipating a profit, they need disclosure, full, fair, and truthful disclosure. And that's the core bargain in our capital markets. You get to take the risk, but the person raising money or the persons raising money has to disclose various information to you. That seems how our capital markets work best. The SEC is very good at this, and that's what we do. And the case law is clear on this. The law is clear.
So it seems like Gary's trying to make the SEC's decision sound more effective by telling us that their decision was rooted in the organization's core regulation. They are all about the full disclosure of information in all aspects, and they will not falter in the enactment of this law, no matter how big the person who failed to uphold this regulation is. Moving to our next update, Bitcoin is still very much in the game and is cementing its spot in the topmost level of the tier as the Bitcoin Lightning Network Layer 2 capacity hits 5,000 Bitcoins. This is some amazing growth we are seeing in the Layer 2 Lightning Network, as it had just recently hit 4,000 Bitcoin a few months back. Much of the amazement is circling around the fact that the economy in general has not been healthy for these types of growth to happen, but Lightning Network still managed to exhibit such a behavior. If you are a fan of Chainlink, this next one's for you. For quite some time now, Chainlink has been preparing for its major switch to a proof-of-stake, allowing users to stake their Chainlink. Now, if you're either a holder, educator, or builder, you will be glad to know that the Early Access Eligibility app for Chainlink staking is now live. You have to be very careful to not fall for any scams surrounding this though, especially when all you need to do to get into the app is a signature, and not an actual on-chain transaction. If you qualify for the criteria set by Chainlink for this early access period launching in December, you will finally be able to start staking. The upgrades keep on coming for the crypto space, and we definitely love to be seeing it firsthand. Just recently, the Prime Minister of Japan has announced that the government's investment in digital transformation will include the metaverse and NFTs. One of the world's leading countries in terms of technology has finally started making an effort to get into the Web3 services, including NFTs and the metaverse. The Prime Minister had said in his October 3rd speech that their initiative to include NFTs in the resolution of challenges in local communities. He is also looking into the digitization of national identity cards. So it definitely seems like they are now going full throttle into the assimilation of Web3 services into the Japanese community. And that is it for today's video. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. As always, if you did, please show us some love and support by giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. And make sure to keep your notifications on so you'll be updated whenever we post new videos on all things related to crypto. This has been Diversified Streams. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in our next video.